When it comes to a squat, the first thing we've got to do is set the height of the bar. So, however your bar sets up, we want to bring it so that the bar is at chest level, which I know for me is there. And once you've done it once, you'll know your number, which you can set it up for, so it's dead easy every time. When we're doing a squat, we're looking at a knee-based movement, which means what you've got to get really good at is being able to balance your hips pushing back and your knees pushing forward. If just your hips go back and your knees don't go forward enough, you're going to end up in this position where you're going to be straining your back. If your knees go too far forward and your hips don't go back enough, you're going to be overloading your knees, and then you're going to have problems with your knees. So we're looking for those knees going forward and the hips going back at the same time. Something else that we're looking for is the knees tracking outwards. So rather than the knees pushing forward, which again is going to pressure the knees, we're looking to put the toes on a slight angle out, and our knees are going to track over the toes on that angle. When it comes to hand position, you want your hands as close to your body as your mobility will allow. So if someone's got poor shoulder mobility, they're going to be holding the bar out here. But someone who's got good shoulder mobility, they can come a little bit narrower. And you can use the lines on the bar to line that up. Make sure your hands are even using those lines. Head comes underneath, and then I always say, get it on the second shelf. What I mean by the second shelf, the neck is the top shelf. And you never really want to be lifting in the neck, because the neck's full of pressure points and it's going to hurt. And it might be all right with a 20 kg bar, but when you've got 50 kg on there, it's going to hurt even more. So elbows go back, and then you find the second shelf. You see how that just dropped, but it sort of caught on something? That's my second shelf that I'm looking for. If it's too high, when I squat down, the bar will naturally come in front of my feet, all right? And I'm going to have a lot of pain in my neck. So second shelf. And now when I push my knees forward and hips go back, that barbell should always be above my feet. If it's outside of my feet, I'm going to fall forward. If it's behind my feet, I'm going to fall backwards. So we're always looking to keep that bar above your feet. Keep those elbows back to keep the muscles in your back nice and contracted to create that second shelf. Come down to the bottom position, about 90 degrees, and then stand up. We're going to send the bar in. When you're sending it in, don't be soft with it, send it in quite steadily. When we go to do a set, we line up our hands. We go right under the middle, elbows back onto the second shelf, walk the bar back 1.5 steps, and then remember the knees go out, the hips go back, the knees push forward, come down to 90 degrees, and stand up tall. When we stand up, squeeze those glutes. I don't want to see this in your top position. I want to see this. Knees going out, hips go back, down to the bottom position, and then come up. Common mistakes that I see is trying to keep the chest too proud and creating an arch through the back because you've been told to stay upright, and that's going to put pressure onto the vertebrates of the spine, and you're going to end up hurting yourself and not being able to squat very heavy. So trust those hips going back, trust the core to stay tight, come down to that bottom position and stand up. And when it gets hard, we can use some breathing techniques to create a bit more core stiffness. In the top position, breathe in. Trap the Coke can. If you imagine a Coke can, if I opened it and stood on it, it would collapse. But if it was closed and I stood on it, it would hold my weight. So I want to breathe in, close the Coke can, trap the air in my lungs, squat, breathe out at the top. Send the bar in. And you should have some pretty safe squatting.